want to start off with my normal monologuing. Shout out to my new and old school subscribers, my TikTok family, you guys. Also Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Snapchat if you guys are coming in from those applications. Listen, right now, dude, men are going their own way. Men are focusing on self-improvement, i.e. working out, studying, learning new crafts, reading, meditating, getting closer to God, staying celibate, staying away from the riffraff. And while seeing this, women, are making decisions, aka choosing. You guys, I just dropped a dope rant for 11 on the timer, let's say this. A dope rant on the Wolf channel. You don't want to miss it. 111 on the timer, as I said that. You don't want to miss it, man. It's a dope rant talking about how low IQ people throw shade. And I gave an example, which is when someone says that, oh, wow, I'm so glad to see that you're no longer oversharing. If you want to know what they really mean when they say that you're oversharing, don't miss that video that I just dropped on the YouTube channel, The Wolf. Go on over there and watch that live stream. Go on now. Or you can stay here and watch this first and go on over there and watch it, okay? But anyway, what I want to tell you is while you're leveling up, what's going to happen is because we're just slaving all the time. We don't put the skincare routine time in, or the proper sleep, or eating right. But now that we are, since men, we're built in God's image, you know what I mean? Our skin's tougher, you know what I mean? Our bones are thicker, we're more durable. So whenever we start, getting ourselves together, it ain't really hard for us to start looking really good, really regal. And then here comes the modern woman with the reverse psychology. You guys smash that like button. Oh, it's not about your looks or your skincare routines or you going to the gym, blah, 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 blah. This is how you know that they move in bad faith. Whenever you're getting yourself together and looking damn good, they'll be like, it's not about looks. It's not about looks. It's not about that. It's not about your physical body. It's not about that. It's not about your eyes, not about your eyelashes, your eyebrows, your jawline, your beard, none of that. Listen to me, I'm telling you. This is how you know it's everything about that. When they run their mouth about what it is, they're like mini copies of the government, I swear to God. They don't even know it. Whatever they say to you, do the opposite. Whatever they're saying, think about the opposite. Automatically. Don't even give it a second thought. Whatever they're telling you to do, well, I'm looking at what the opposite of that is, because I already know what you're trying to do to me. You know what I mean? There are many versions of it, right? It's really because they're completely indoctrinated, so they can't even help it. But when they see a man on his throne that no one's put him on, that he's not asking anyone to put him on or watch him, they have to tear him down. And they got to do it in a manipulative, psychological way, because they can't do it physically. You know what I'm saying? So some of them take this route to say, yeah, I'm seeing these guys healing, and it's not their physical, it's not their looks, it's not their charm or anything, it's their aura. And then what they'll say, this is how crazy they are, because anything good in life's got to do with the woman. They'll be like, this guy's operating in his divine feminine energy. Oh my God, bro, you got your life together and they automatically got to try to give credit to the woman, which you're not at all, but they have to give it to the woman. And since they can't do that, they got to do it energetically. You guys smash the like button. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you, they hate seeing you happy. They do, man, they do. Not all women. There's some good women out there that see you happy and they just want to suck your dick. But a lot of women out here, man, they see you happy, they see competition, they see you happy, they just see Adam in the garden naming stuff and you know, just being happy to do it and being like, you know what I'm saying? Just craziness, man. It's blasphemous craziness. But you guys, I'm not going to just be out here monologuing. I got my notes right here. All right. So, what was about 5 things women, okay, yeah, 5 things women want. Now, this is what women are going to tell you. This is going to be the 5 things women list. It's about your divine energy. That's number 1. It's about your presence. That's number 2. It's your siren aura. That's number 3. I study these females, okay? It's your divine feminine energy that you're operating out of. That's number 4. And then number 5, you're a nice man. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not nice, okay? You're kind. You know what I'm saying? You can kinda, you know what I mean, be this way if they're polite, or you can kinda be this way if they come with the wrong kind of energy. You mirror it. So you already know they're babbling off some psychological, try to trick you into something type of thing here. Now, I'm gonna tell you exactly. Keep this short. I saw it was 6 minutes. Oh, okay, babble too long. All right, anyway. These are the 5 things, you gotta smash that like button, that they're actually looking for. And then we're gonna go into detail. All right, number 1, looks. I don't care what they say. Oh, I don't give a... Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's the number 1 lie. If it wasn't about looks, then how would a Pookie and a Ray Ray get any? I'm telling you, it's about looks. Now, you know, some of these guys don't have the looks, but there's other things on the list that I have right here that they probably do. But looks is everything, bro. Man, stop. A lot of women, they stalk me and they like the way I speak, but if it wasn't for my looks, they never would have gave me a second look. You know what I mean? So when they start off talking about it ain't looks, know that it is looks. That's number 1. If the first thing out of her mouth is not your looks, it is your looks. It is your looks, okay? That's most important to her. That's why she mentioned it first. Charm, okay. Charm being number 2. It's not your looks, it's not your charm. They'll say this stuff over and over when it is your looks and it is your charm. Your looks is what makes you charming to them. Your charm is just what people perceive you based off your looks. Your charm is just, you know, like if somebody's seeing you from afar and you were dressed nice and you were speaking to someone, they can't hear you, but they can see you, and based off of how you carry yourself and how you present, they can be like, that seems like a charming person. You know what I'm saying? So your charm brings women in, or your looks obviously is what catch their eye. Your charm brings them in, but they'll say, oh, it ain't neither one of these things. You guys smash that like button. I wrote this stuff down. Number 3, your charisma, AKA Riz. Now, by putting it in the terminology of Riz, so you don't need to know the exact definition of charisma, right? What do you think Riz is? Riz is your charm applied. Riz is your charm applied to, okay, like if someone's looking at you and they hear you speaking, your words combined with your charm being the way that you look that caught their eye, right? You know, all these things that, you know what I'm saying, that ends up being your Riz, right? So after hearing you, you know what I'm saying, when someone feels like listening longer, following you, she's interested in you, that is your charisma, your Riz. But they'll tell you, oh no, what was my number 3 on the list? Something crazy. Siren aura. They'll tell you something like that, right? But really it's charisma, Riz. Plain and simple. But they'll tell you it's not that. Try to make it all superficial or spiritual or something that you can't tangibly identify, when there's words in the English dictionary that we can all affiliate with without being a witch. You know what I'm saying? That gets the point across. The same. Anyway, strong boundaries. Look, you'll hear a lot of them talking. right? About, oh, I hate a guy that's this and that, or he thinks he's stuck up, or who do you think he is? You know, like he don't talk to everyone, he's selfish. You know, that's something that they'll say to you. When how can you be selfish with your own energy? If you're just regulating it and you're dictating who gets it and you don't give it to everyone, how is that selfish? That implies that all people are entitled to your energy, and that's not the case. It's like when you hear a woman trying to run reverse psychology saying, you're a gifted person. Your job is to spread that gift to everyone else and they can learn and you be the example. Bitch, who you gonna tell me what my gift is supposed to be used for and how I'm supposed to use it? Who are you? Now you're playing God? Now you're playing God and you're gonna tell me what my gifts are used for. And then these hoes will also put a stipulation on it. They'll say, your gifts are supposed to be used so other people can use you as an example, and if you don't do that, you'll lose them. Just like some shit Eve would say. Who told you that? Who told you that? You're gonna base that off of what? Something that you observed, somebody else you observed? Or you could be making it up? You've never observed me having that problem, so why are you projecting it onto me? Just stupid ass, dumbass, babbling nonsense, man. Right? They don't never want to tell you the God honest truth about anything. You know what I'm saying? Never a straight answer, you know what I mean? To a real question. And these strong boundaries, man, are like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with a bunch of mind games. I ain't dealing with you hitting a like on 4 videos in a row, and that means I'm supposed to DM you, or I'm supposed to go back and hit the like on 5 of your videos, and then that means that you'll probably, you know, shoot me a heart, and then I can go from there and DM you. I'm not doing all this stuff, man. Man, when you start doing that dumbass shit, like you really just giving your power to the woman. You letting her know you'll do anything. You'll do anything. You'll chase her to the ends of the earth. I don't even want nonsensical stuff. You DM me what you want. Not just, hey, how you doing? What you want? What you want? We business networking here, or, you know, you want some of this, you know what? You know what I mean? Don't play around with me. Drop and give me 50 of those pictures that you've been sending to everyone else. Anyway, last and most importantly, frame. You know what I'm saying? Body game. It's a whole list. Body game. Now, this is the most important thing when it comes to these women, because women will look past your face. You know what I'm saying? And if your body is right, this is where a lot of women have ended up in the Pookie Ray Ray Tyrone zone, just catching a guy that's got his body game on right, and they lust like a mug. They'll make it seem like, oh, you're the lustful girl. Yeah. All men of all history, all they did was lust after women and still built all of history, while women never built anything. And whenever they're put in charge, they let their lust take over, and Sodom and Gomorrah, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It's over. So all I'm saying to you is body game. Now, let's break down body game. Women will say they like dad bods, weird ass stuff, things of that nature. You can probably remember it. You got to break down what good body game is and what the categories are. At the top of the list is jacked, okay? Jack means typical superhero anime physique, you know what I mean? Something like a semi-bodybuilder look, you know, mass, all that kind of stuff, right? Then underneath that is ripped. Ripped, you're not a mass monster, but you definitely have your insertions, you know, you're extremely cut, you have a little bit of size on you. Underneath that is shredded, right? And shredded could be a skinny guy who's, you know, doing a lot of calisthenics, so he could just be shredded. You know what I'm saying? And women kind of somewhat deal with those guys sometimes too. And at the bottom of that list would be cut, like, you know what I'm saying? Got a little bit of cut to you, whatever. Like, these are the categories, and women, believe it or not, they top off really at ripped. Now, I'm not bashing any body type or whatever, just because that's my goal, to just be ripped, because I'm not trying to have that mass. You know, it's just, it's not to my frame and my height, and it don't make any sense. I don't need it. Women They very much so don't care about getting that big. As long as you have a little bit of size to you, you look like you're strong enough to pick them up and break their back, and you're ripped. I'm just being honest, like, more than anything, what you guys don't understand is women like for a dude to be ripped. They like a lot of insertions. You have to be cut, and, you know, vascularity, man, veiny. You know what I mean? We like everything jiggly and soft to remind us of a couple features on them. And they like things, you know, hard and vascular. You know, that's what they like on men. So as long as you don't look pudgy, if you fall in any of those categories, you're pretty much good. But women will never admit this. They'll tell you some craziness about some dad bod while they could go to the bar or, you know, be scrolling through my, you know, videos and see me and be hearting up my videos and things of that nature, talking to you about, oh, the dad bod is good. Good for making her feel safe. Not good for getting the kitty purring. I'm trying to tell you, man, listen. I'm just keeping it real. So you guys, you know, you work out for whatever you want to work out for. You get the body type that you want. But I always say it's a good measure to be somewhere in between, you know, Brad Pitt, Fight Club, or Brad Pitt, Troy. Now, I know a lot of guys will be like, oh, you see guys out here. Dude, I don't look at a bunch of dudes, nigga. Like, all you dudes that have newer frames that, I don't care what you dudes watch dudes too much. I don't be out here watching dudes like that. Can't gaslight me about using Brad Pitt. That's the only archetype I know, because I ain't watched movies in years, and I'm not out here watching dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all that extra stuff y'all be doing online, y'all just be talking too much. That's all you need to really go for, somewhere in between there. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in between there. Somewhere, because I think on Fight Club, you consider that shredded, and then on Troy, that's more ripped. So somewhere in between there, you good. Like, women just want the V-taper, wide shoulders, and, you know, the upper chest. Traps, that kind of stuff, man. If you have that going on, man, and a little bit of size in your arms, you're good to go. You're good to go. I don't care what they're talking about online. I don't care what they're making up about being their type. That is their type. That's what they prefer, okay? I'm just going to be real with you. 17 minutes, man. This is why I tell you, man, you know, live streaming and making content, that's my pleasure, man. I do this stuff and don't even realize the time is done going to like 17 minutes or whatever. So anyway, you guys, smash that like button. Do you agree or disagree? Do you think that women really want what they claim that they want, which is some average dad bod guy that is operating in his feminine energy and has a siren aura? Or do you think that they're going after guys that they consider to be hot? And whatever those guys do, as long as they're hot, those women are going to justify whatever they're doing, right? Like, ain't that what they always do? Like, you know, all this siren energy and stuff could be a guy that's hot and cold. You know, it could be women out there watching me, you know, trying to, you know, justify my actions. My actions are I do whatever I want to do in that moment. You ain't going to find no pattern to it. Ain't no damn pattern to it. You know what I'm saying? I come out here, I get online, I be me. I don't get on here and I don't want to say this. Man, I don't want no one to get offended and start an internet beef with me and kiss my black ass. You ain't gonna start no beef with me in real life. So you can get online and start whatever you want. I'll turn my phone off and go about my day. Don't mean nothing. You people try to make the internet more serious than that. You don't have no real life. That's all you're saying. You have no real life to do anything, so you make the internet a little bit too serious. You're never going to convince me otherwise. If you feel some type of way about it, all well, you're going to do nothing about it. But I don't know, make a counter video, talking in innuendos. I don't know. I mean, who cares? It is what it is. I'm telling you the God honest truth, okay? And I'm going to keep telling you guys that. Get off the internet, go outside, get some grass, run into some people. You're going to see that women are not as mean as they come across online. A lot of women aren't running around wearing a ton of makeup everywhere and a glam filter and, you know what I'm saying, the tightest dress they could fit into, you know, can't wait to get out of it and, you know, fart or something like that, right? Like, you find women out and about that are handling their business and smiling at you whenever you walk by them, starting conversations and things of that nature. Now, I'm not telling you that every time you go out, it's going to just be great and all women are going to be just one. No, but There are regular women out here that this internet thing and this war between us is they don't mean nothing. They're not on the internet like that, right? And to all of y'all trying to make it seem like you have to find someone that's on the internet and taking it so serious that they know what's going on with this gender war, blah 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 blah. No, you don't. You can find a regular person, so your weird ass can balance yourself out because we're on the internet too much. This is not a real thing. This is not a real thing like that. It's kind of crazy how it's two different worlds, honestly. Like you get on the internet and people are making content to rage bait and whatever they can do. And then you get into real life and it's just everything's chill. Everything's just, you know. So you're not going to convince me otherwise. I just prefer to ground myself in reality, and some of y'all prefer to ground yourself in virtual reality. But we also know you do it because your real life reality sucks. Sucks. You could have money and it could suck. Like, listen, man, I was trying to find myself for years. I was in the Army, deployed a couple times to Iraq, worked for the White House, you know, trying to find my soul just like the rest of y'all. And it just took a bunch of tragedy for me to figure out what life was really about. And once I have that divine perspective, I don't need stuff. I don't need material stuff. Of course, I'm going to accumulate material stuff and wealth, but I'm trying to get in as much knowledge as I can before I leave this realm. I want to learn as much as I can, you know, for as many years as I can, you know, before I leave this realm. I'm just trying to grow my spirit. I just really believe in spiritual growth more than any material wealth or clout or any of this other bullshit that the devil is trying to convince God's people that they need to be focused on. Trying to steal your inheritance, trying to destiny swap, make you think that all these fake ass celebrities who don't mean nothing to you in real life, you know, this social media, you know, royalty, and convincing you that that's the real world when in the real world, God gives you everything that you need. This is why God allows the devil to run amok. Well, the devil runs the world. God allows him to. He lets him. Okay? Because part of your process is going through stuff to get to it. You know, for your spiritual growth, you have to go through stuff. So that's letting, you know, things happen here without interfering. Right? So, you know, you guys are sitting out here not working on your inner demons and they're taking over. Not my problem, man. You gotta understand what real peace is, what knowing what the soul is here to do and what the soul is about, right? And once you start walking with that, you don't listen to people because you know people have their perspectives. We've all made mistakes in our lives, and your perspective is based off of those mistakes, those childhood traumas, those failed relationships, those failed marriages, those abortions, right? The cheating, everything that you run into, that forms your opinion and perspective on life. So you projecting that onto me has nothing to do with me because you don't know me and we don't think the same. That's just the way that it is. You know what I mean? That's how it is, and that's how it's gonna be. And in my perspective, the internet is a tool. Just like AI is not to be scared of, it's a tool. It's a tool. If you know what it's being used for, then you know what you can use it for. The internet's the same thing. It's not a reality. And I don't care how you people get online and you want to make it seem like it's a reality and it should be scared, or you should be scared, or you should be worried about what can happen to you. It's not real. It's not. It's real to you because that's all you have. But it's not real. Okay? And I can't stand hearing people out here trying to form ways to make it seem otherwise. No, dummy. Get a life, get some grass, lose some weight. I guarantee you the internet will not be so serious to you. You defending the internet is kind of crazy and weird. Kind of weird, right? But then there's this fear-mongering people that just are just contrarian. They just, whatever people know to go with, they go against it just to go against it. So what can you do? But again, smash the like button, go ahead and subscribe, join the tribe. What do you think about what's being said? Just popped out here real quick. I'm gonna go do some more homework. I'm trying to get into this Thai school, you guys, and start taking classes as soon as possible, and see what I can learn before I get there. Also, I'm gonna use it for my visa, but also, you know they have like scuba diving classes out there as well. They have more than just Muay Thai and learning the language of Thai. They have cooking class you can take for that visa. Man, I'm really interested in the scuba diving class they have, but I know it's more responsible and respectful to learn their language first. So I'm gonna work on learning their language, definitely before I even get there, and then I'm gonna continue to learn it while I get there. And I'm just liking what I see online as far as some content creators. Like there's some content creators giving out good information, and there's other content creators really just throwing shade, talking about expats, talking junk about passport bros, on a sneak. Like really what happens is people get over there and they pull the ladder up behind them. I'm gonna tell you what it is. You listen to the way they talk, they just don't want to see other people going over there, and they don't feel as exclusive or special anymore. That's really what it is. If you listen to how they talk, like the little shady shit they be saying and trying to talk about what foreigners are doing wrong, and if it ain't affecting you, if it ain't done nothing to you, and you ain't no foreign national or representative of them, shut the hell up, man. You're just mad because you no longer can have that spotlight to yourself, and you feel like there's competition, and you're trying to cover it up as something else. I see all through all this stupid ass stuff. If it's not positive, then they don't think that there's room for everybody to eat. Remember when I say this, like when someone doesn't support other people's ideas and other people moving around and growing, and they start bringing up negativity, like, oh, it's getting oversaturated, or all of the, that's a hater. That's someone that doesn't feel like there's enough room for everyone. And those people you have to stay away from. You have to stay away from those type of people. They always have something negative to say. That, you'll go online right now and you'll hear guys talking about, expats and passport bros are leaving Thailand. Okay, I'm going there. The hell you posting that? You see, you got to understand, man, these people, that they gatekeep, and also they just type in whatever they think's gonna hit the algorithm and get as many views as possible. So again, I'm gonna tell you what some of these other guys say about going to Thailand or moving or whatever you want to do overseas. Don't listen to anyone. If your mind is set on it, do it, and just look for the information to help you get to your destination. You don't need anyone giving you counter information as if, oh, this ain't the place to move to, don't come here now. And yeah, but you're still there, right? Make it make sense. So again, remember, it's about your discernment. You got to see haters. Like the devil works through people. If you guys don't understand, a lot of people that you see, that you watch online, that go against big groups of people on a regular basis, are very insecure people, man. They're very insecure people, and they hide their insecurity. Like I was watching this one ugly chick. I'm gonna go here in a minute. I was watching this one ugly stud on TikTok, and she was talking about how people are drawn to chosen ones not because of their looks, but their aura. More of this ugly people talk. Like, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. When you start babbling that ugly people talk, it's your energy and not your looks. It's your vibe and not your physique. You know what I'm saying? It's your siren energy and not your frame. No, automatically, man, that's an ugly person inside and out. They know they're ugly, and they've been making this excuse for themselves. Because I'm gonna tell you something, and I think this is literal, but you guys can interpret it however you want. But God don't like ugly. Like, what you want me to say to that, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What do you want us to say to you about that? You gonna try to go up and this is them going up against good-looking people as if it's our fault. Not our fault. It's definitely a blessing. But when God blesses us, it's gotta go against them. Gotta go against them. Come on, calm down. Listen. Ugly people talk is very easy to point out. They're always bashing someone that looks good, or they're always talking about looks aren't important. In the world we live in, looks aren't important. As vain as this, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Come on. Hey, but this is coming from a person that's hiding behind a fake account, right? In the comment section of a man that's running a business. So I mean, when you do this kind of stuff and you project onto me and you have no idea why the shades are being worn, or why me wearing shades is trending. You see a lot of other people wearing shades, right? Especially spiritual women. You don't understand nothing, but you want to feel tough. And what I said triggered you so much. You got some work to do. What I said triggered you so much. Your demons brought you out the shadow, and you wanted to feel tough because we're both on a phone together. Or maybe you think that I'm going to make him look like he's not in the same frame he claims to be. But when y'all say stuff like that, I want you to understand there's a thing called reactive abuse. If you provoke people and they react the way God intended for them to defend themselves, that's not you making them seem like they're not in proper frame. They're definitely in proper frame, okay? You're just idiotic people that can't stand great people doing great things and minding their business. And when the words I say strike deep, you want to try to strike back through a phone while you're typing to another man through a phone, tough guy. No face being shown. So you want to go 3 layers deep of hypocrisy. So you're going to correct a fool by being a bigger fool. Congratulations, you played yourself. I guess you don't know who I am. I'm not the one to have a play of words with. I'm not that dude. And I can go from whatever I'm saying to checking your dumb ass, to going right back to what I was talking about. You guys, you have to understand, ugly people do very, very ugly things. And God don't like ugly. But when you stand up for yourself and you put them ugly ass people back in the shadows where they belong, you get blessed. You get blessed. And you can prey upon whatever you want to cause harm on me or whatever, but it'll never work because you're not praying to the Most High God. And the Most High God is called the Most High God for a reason. So again, losers, do what you do. Anyone, no. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? You don't have nothing else to say? You're just going to leave us with that? Now, I know what you're going to try to say. Oh, it worked. I provoked him. I got him to speak and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No, you didn't. You got cooked. And that's your excuse as you run away. Because it makes you feel better. Don't make it the truth. But if it makes you feel better, hey, you like it, I love it. Okay? You messed around and you found out. You thought I was a fool because I'm out here wearing shades. Well, sometimes you got to play a fool to play a fool. You know what I'm saying? You don't get it. Goes right over your head. You know what I mean? But it's all good. It is what it is. And, you know, you won't do it again. You ain't even left another comment here yet. Stupid. You look at people and you try to prejudge them. None of your business why I'm wearing shades. And I'm gonna be truthful with you. How you feel about me wearing shades at night with the full moon in the background is none of my business. It's really none of my, I don't even know why you waste your time. It's absolutely none of my business and none of my subscribers' business. They're not here for you, and I don't care what you think. Aside of it being none of my business. But again, ugly people do ugly things. You know, what can be said? Just the way that I'm speaking calmly, speaking my piece, being handsome, just triggers people. Stay triggered. Because as much hate as y'all fling my way, I just seem to get more and more handsome. My jawline just keeps popping out more and more. So you're not doing nothing in the way that you think that you are. You know what? If I look like y'all, I'll probably be a hater too. Nah, I wouldn't be a hater. I was just joking. I wouldn't be a hater. I'd find something else to do. But again, you guys, smash that like button. Hey, I appreciate you. What's going on, sweetheart? What's going on? See, let me tell you something. Y'all come up in here hating. Real women always love it when I check y'all. I don't talk about it a lot because I don't want those content creators to stop making that content where they be talking about me cooking these people up. I can read between the lines. I know what they be talking about. I just like to see it. 444 on the timer as I say this, man. You know what I mean? I know what y'all are talking about. I just like to see it. Y'all be cutting up too in them videos. So I leave it alone, but women like to see me cook y'all up, man. You know, y'all come over here. Sometimes I think that y'all come in here and say something just to get me cooking because you like the way that I respond to things. You know, women, man, what would we do without them? But look, you guys, smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Ladies, I want y'all to know that I'm never talking about y'all. I'm talking about females. And if you're a lady and when I say that female word, you get triggered and you say something like, why do you keep saying that? We all females. No, you're not. You're more than that. Supposed to be. Right? Right? Okay. We're all human, but we should be, you know, men and women and ladies and gentlemen. A little bit more than human, right? Right? Don't get triggered at me because what I say makes sense, right? You need to be checked because you're running around saying things that makes no sense. And someone has to let you know, hey, get back in line. Start thinking about what you're saying and stop letting everything that a man says to you trigger you, okay? It's not getting you anywhere. Nowhere fast. Have you ever heard of the saying? Anyway, you guys, appreciate you. I'm out here loving life, for real. I'm gonna go here and do insanity again. I can't get enough. I do take days off. I do rest, blah, 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 blah. But it's time to get it in. You know what I mean? It's a get it in day. Plus, you know, time is ticking, man. I'm gonna be in Thailand before I know it. I gotta be 6-packed out. I want an 8-pack, but I'm trying to be 6-packed out. I'm trying to be walking around, you know what I'm saying? Button up shirt, unbuttoned, gray sweatpants or some type of white shorts. Just having my junk all out, just swanging, you know, doing what I do. Wearing shades out there during the day, at night. What are you wearing shades for? Come on over here, baby. Let me explain. You know what I'm saying? Are you aware of spiritual energy and that the eyes are the windows to the soul? We're gonna have a nice conversation, okay? I'll enlighten her. Some of you people never understand. You know, you'll never see me looking drained. You'll never see my eyes looking crazy because I don't allow you demons to try to work your whatever. You know, you have to protect your soul. You guys have to protect your soul. Plus, I don't think having these bright ass LED lights in your face for long periods of time is safe, do you? And do you think that sacrifice is worth it? Do you? You think sacrificing your eyes so that your subscribers don't think that you're weird, is it worth it? Is people pleasing worth it? Not to me. I gotta look good all the way through my life. I am not sacrificing my eyes for anyone ever again. I did it in the Army, and that's why I got out of the Army. I never wore glasses before I was in the Army, man. Looking at the doggone monitors all the time. I'm good. Hey, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, sweetheart. Appreciate you. I appreciate the energy you're bringing in here right now. How you doing? How you doing tonight? You know, there's a full moon out tonight. I like when the ladies be in here, man. You know, I love when women. Is that a full moon? I think it's a full one. Is that full? Is it supposed to be? I know there's a spiritual chick in here somewhere. Is there a full moon tonight? I know there's a spiritual chick in here talking about she's charging up her crystal. Oh, I'm just joking. What's going on? What's going on? I don't know who that was. But yeah, you know, I know there's somebody in here charging up their crystals right now. You know, trying to get that last little bit before the sun comes up. I'm not laughing at. I'm not. You know, if you're a good person and you're just doing, you know, but if you're a whole witch, you know, you can go to hell. You know what I'm saying? You got no business in this realm. I mean, I'm just being real. I'm just being real. I know they're luminaries, but the hell you. I'm trying to be understanding, so I'm not trying to be so rigid. All right, I'm New Year's resolution type stuff, so try not to be so rigid, ladies. I'm trying not to be. You know, bear with me. But I appreciate everybody that comes through. I will be getting on here a lot more. You guys, I started doing calisthenics, and if you guys don't know like what that is, that's like HIIT training, high intensity circuit training, long segments are like jump rope, burpees, Spider-Man push-ups, sprints, just the whole pull-ups, muscle-ups, you know, all the whole calisthenics worksheet. Now, if you don't know calisthenics, it works a whole different kind of muscle than lifting weights. So the goal is to combine them both, right? Like that's really my look anyway. That's why I look the way I look, because I start off as a calisthenic guy and I start lifting weights. Like I started lifting weights for the first time in my life like 2 years ago. So it was that calisthenic look already, because I just love doing burpees and push-ups and stuff like that. And to lifting weights, which put on a different kind of frame. So, you know, I'm getting used to doing them both again. I feel phenomenal. But what had to happen was my body had to rest, man. Like, you know, you guys, I'm running around most of the time on like 4.5, 5. And if I want to oversleep, then 6. But man, when I started doing calisthenics, I had to slow down on the weightlifting, and I had to sleep like 8, 9 hours, man. Till my body healed, and I knew it was good and was able to handle the load I was putting onto it. I had to start sleeping. And so with the sleeping I was doing, I'm not going to sacrifice any school time. You know, like those have deadlines. I have to make sure I get that done. Plus, I'm going to make sure I'm doing my weightlifting. So I just have to take some time off from being on live streaming for a little bit. That's all. So I'm just, you know, that's what that little pause. Plus, I'm not going to lie to you, top of that, I know a lot of people use me for content and things of that nature, and I wanted to see how they were going to react whenever I was gone. You know, I'm always researching stuff, and I'm always using people as like research data. I don't take nothing they say personal. I just use them as data. And I was just wanting to see what this data was. That's what I call y'all. I was trying to see what this data was going to do whenever I wasn't online. And the data reacted the way that I predicted it would, based off of the patterns that I've seen, you know, while they're studying me. The data reacted exactly like I thought it would, and people started slowing down, not being online as much, right? Same people act like they've never seen me, don't know who I am, right? There's like, I'm the candy man, you know, God rest his soul, RIP. I'm a candy man, and they're scared if someone in the room says my name 3 times, I'm gonna pop up somewhere like oogly boogly. Nah, like chill out, man, chill out. But these same women be watching me and stuff, so I just like watch, and I don't know, I just do stuff like that, man. I do stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'll say certain things sometimes. I'll do certain things in my video. I'll leave something in the background on my desk to see if I see a content creator mentioning something. I do different things, man. I do a lot of different things to check metrics, man. I really do. Y'all really don't know who you're messing with. You really don't know who you're messing with, man. I'm serious. Like, some of y'all shouldn't have never came my way, because your data is chef's kiss. I mean, the way that you watch my stuff religiously and then react gives me a lot of inside information as to how many women think probably the same way you do, especially going off your subscriber counts and your consistent views. So a lot of women think the same way you do. You're the archetype. I see how you moving, how you speak about me after watching my content, and you're never going to get a man. But again, I'm not here to do that with you guys. I'm just sharing, you know what I'm saying, some of my information. My haters don't know how I process things. I like to let them know sometimes a little bit, you know, without giving them too much. But again, you know, we had the conversation in the channel about oversharing. Oversharing is a narcissistic tactic to make you feel like however you're being is wrong. To make you feel like, you know, to gaslight you, to make you feel like what you're doing is wrong, and the way you perceive reality as far as sharing information is wrong, and that you should be keeping things to yourself more, as if someone asked for their opinion. But that's the other video I have going on the Wolf channel. You guys don't miss that. I want you guys to be able to tell when a low IQ hater is throwing shade. And a lot of content creators, a lot of y'all watch this like self-deprecating type of content. Let me this guy's way. Oh, I know it's not for me to move. Yeah, a lot of you guys like watching content where people talk to you like they're your mother or your father. I don't know where y'all are getting that. When I see like spiritual chicks, and I want to bring them up because they're the crazy ones that do it the most. But when I see spiritual chicks like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? But I see spiritual chicks like saying stuff like, yeah, you know, you finally stopped oversharing. You don't talk to people like that. I guess no one ever talk. Hey, what's going on, fam? What's going on, kinfolk? You know, you don't talk to people like that. You can tell that you were not raised by your mother and your father, or your father wasn't around and your mom don't know what she's doing. But you don't just say whatever you feel like saying because you think it's wisdom. You don't talk about the observations you've noticed, and you don't try to be tactful about it and say it any kind of way and think that you're being real or whatever. No, you're rude. You're disrespectful. You have no home training, right? And it's got to stop. It's got to stop. You know, you see a lot of these people, what they do is they just watch people and they give their perspective and they call it intuition, wisdom, messages from the divine. But it's you being rude about the observations that you've noticed on other people, because these people are too egotistical to be talking about themselves. There's too much correction going on whenever they're speaking. They're too egotistical to talk that way. These women love looking at themselves online. So they're not going to bash themselves. They're not going to talk junk on themselves like, you know, I used to be, you know, super, what are they saying again? Telling too much of your business. What do they call that stupid junk? Yeah, it's getting late, man. I can't even remember. But anyway, you guys, go watch the video. I went into detail on there, had my notes. You know what I'm saying? Oversharing. Yeah, oversharing. Oversharing, right? It's just, it's so stupid. It's just, it's shade being thrown. But it's like, do you not know that we can tell you're throwing shade? Or do you just not care? And you're just doing it for the views and clout? I don't know, man. I just watch stuff. I watch people. I'll be like, the hell wrong with you? Who talks like that? You never watched any of those videos? You ever seen them pop up in your feed? And they just be talking crazy? Be like, yeah, you know, about time you stop oversharing. They're the kind of people that like to remind you of the old version of you. Yeah, that's what they are. That's what they are. That's what that trash is. That's the trashy person that's trying to remind you of the old version of you, but do it in a sneaky way. Think about it. You used to overshare, right? You used to get online and crash out about your ex. This is them. Oh, okay. That's who they are. That's who they are. You know, I'm telling you, dude, if you think about it, that's exactly what it is. You're sitting over here reminding people of the old versions of who they are because you can't accept the person that they've become, right? Because this stuff that they say don't make any sense unless they're talking junk about people that they're observing, probably growing more than they are. So they're throwing shade. And the funny thing is, some of these females will be talking about, there's people out there trying to remind you of the old version of yourself. Where if you're bringing up the fact that you think that someone is no longer oversharing, then you're also somebody that's bringing up the old versions of people, right? Exactly, be aware of them. Like, I'm on TikTok a lot more now, and all this chosen one videos and these tarot readers and these spiritual chicks are popping up my feed, and they're all copying each other, right? But a lot of the message will be like, oh, you no longer self-sabotage. I'm proud of you. You no longer get online and crash out like a fool. I'm so proud of you. You're throwing shade, you stupid bitch. You know what I'm saying? Who do you think you're fooling? You get on my nerves. Y'all get on my, I'm talking to you. Y'all get on my nerves so much thinking that you're smart while you're dumb as hell, right? You have no man. You have no husband. You have no kids in wedlock, and you're not rich. How the fuck dare you think you can tell me about myself while hiding it as if it's constructive criticism? Shut the hell up, you dumbass bitch. What's wrong with y'all, man? Backhanded compliments. There you go. There you go. I'm blocking them left and right too. But and what gets me is it'll be some Gen Z chick and she'll just be looking around and smiling while dropping the most passive-aggressive shade I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, get this trash out of my feed. What's wrong with you? Who raised you? Man, I can't stand that shit. This is why, you know, you got to be real careful out here. Like, the devil's working overtime. People be out here wearing a smile on their face, looking dead in the camera, throwing shade and disguising it as a compliment. Backhanded compliments. You have to be careful out here, man. And you know what those dumb people do when they get off the video, right? They get the views and they laugh to themselves. Oh, people don't know that I'm throwing shade. Think they got over on somebody. That's how they think. Dumb people. These same people will never go nowhere in life. They'll never be in really good shape. They'll never get super famous. The world will never know who they are. They'll be trapped in their niche. I'm putting that prediction out there right now. You will always be trapped in your niche. You will never get outside of it because you don't understand humans, and you don't deserve to. You wicked ass spiritual chicks, you don't deserve to. You can't get yourselves together to stop throwing shade while you're platformed, and you could actually bring some, you know, come togetherness amongst the, no, you just keep throwing more flames on the fire, talking about some masculine this, some divine masculine that, making things worse for the women that are already traumatized and looking for someone to help them heal, and you're leading them down the wrong road to monetize it because your broke ass don't want to work a regular job. Piece of shit. And then get on here and talk about you're some divine. Shut the hell up. If you were such a great divine anything, then you would be married with children in wedlock and married to whatever man you wanted to be. Rich, fit, spiritually inclined. You're not her. You're not her. You just talk too much, man. You got a bunch of females validating you. It won't be a bunch of men that look like me or better than me or doing better. No. There's a bunch of women in your comment section. You know, they're trauma bonding with you. Anyway, I don't want to hold you guys. I done cooked y'all enough. You know, I'll be on TikTok, you know, so it don't matter how much I cook them. They'll still go over to TikTok and watch me work out shirtless. You want to know why? Because, you know what I'm saying, they're bound to their flesh. If you don't understand it, you need to know by now that women are definitely more into men than we are them. Like we can clearly just focus on building something, that creating something from scratch is like, I don't know, you know, to men, like that's like, you know, having a kid, you know what I'm saying? Watching it to its maturity and, you know, doing that business or whatever it is you're doing, man. I mean, that's just what it is. It's just that simple, man. We don't understand each other, you know? So right now, dude, just keep building. I do have some good women that hit me up, and the good women are the real ones. They're the ones that they hit you up. They're not perfect, right? So don't be looking for perfect. It's a little mini cloud. Shit. Get out of here. Yeah, so, you know, I ain't dealing with none of this fog. I don't do none of these weird weather stuff. And when this fog hits out here and the moon's fully out back there, I am out of here. Okay, I'm out of here. Go inside and do some work. It's creepy as hell. Yeah, man, these women, man, just like I said, focusing on yourself. There are some good women out here. The good ones are the authentic ones. They're the ones that don't mind telling you, you know, what you have going on, that they watch you, that they learn from you, because they're all doing it. But, you know what I'm saying, the good ones are the ones that reach out. Because what I've realized is for a woman to reach out to you at all is a big deal, bro. Like when I first got online and women reaching out to me, I didn't know how, because I'd never been online like that. I'm a quiet guy. I move in silence. But after I divorced or whatever, I'm online, and a lot of women hit me up. I wasn't really thinking about it. But like over time, watching videos, watching other women that I know are watching me but don't never say nothing and will watch me for years and never say nothing, it takes a strong woman to reach out to you and say something to you in any capacity. A real woman, a woman that knows herself and she can handle whatever rejection comes her way from whatever you might, you know what I mean? Because the rest of them, I don't care what kind of woman they claim to be. If they have never reached out to a man at all, you're just an egotistical woman that's holding on to something that's called tradition that we don't know where it came from, but only because you don't have the guts enough to do what's needed to get what you want. That's really all that it is. You can glamour it up and call it whatever you want, but you're trying to blame men for not putting the effort that you need to put into getting what you need in your life. But I guarantee you one thing, you'll go after that degree full force. You'll go up to the gym full force. right? You'll go after that job and that new position full force. But, oh, I can't do it. It's just not tradition. Then these same black women will be like, what are we doing with this Western colonizer tradition of the, what are you picking and choosing? What are you picking and choosing? Well, y'all be, man, you fine with certain things, you know, but other things you don't want to, oh, the tradition of a man courting a woman, where'd it come from? Where'd it come from? It ain't come from no African anything, right? But you cool with that, right? But anything else that has to do like, oh no, we're being oppressed. We're being oppressed and this culture's been forced on us, you know, by golly darn it. And then you turn around, but I like that part about men courting women and they need to stay that way. What is going on? What is going on? This shit is wild. It's wild, man. It's wild. And if you hear anything on any other channel that sounds like what I'm saying tonight, you know these people be watching me, man. What can I say? I can't help it. God made me a way where I'm charismatic, man. I love to talk. I have a certain kind of way that I do talk. But it really comes from me taking a lot of time to myself and being to myself. I know myself, and I don't care what nobody else thinks of me. You wish you could be me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is the way it is. Don't take offense to it. I'm that Leo, okay? Me. I can't help myself. And what I'm not gonna do is act like I don't know myself and I don't know why you women are over here. Even you haters. I'm getting up out this fog, man. I don't know what this shit is. It could be laced with fucking metals and whatever else. Oh, I'm just out here sniffing all in. I don't know what's in this stuff, man. Can't trust this weather nowadays. It's just falling out of everywhere. Where does fall come from? Just rolled up in here. As if fog would do anything else but roll in. It just came in here real quick. Just rolled up in here. This is fog. Full moon, fog. This is not where black folks need to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and do what I need to do and take my black ass inside. So again, you guys, smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Join the tribe. What are you waiting for? For the ladies out there, again, you know that all the men online that are actually trying to correct you and, you know what I'm saying, give you examples and give you tough love because they actually love you. The ones out here that is telling you what you want to hear, they just want the box. They want your stankin' tart-ass box. Whereas a guy like me, if you ever gave me the box and it stunk, I'm going to tell you why it stinks, and I'm going to tell you what to do to try to correct it because I have looked this stuff up, man, for women. I don't want a woman to think that she's just a throwaway because her box stinks. What if you get a good woman and her box stinks for some weird whatever reason, and then you put her on to whatever she needs for it not to stink anymore, and then now you have a good woman? Hey, what's going on, fam? What's going on? Salute. You know, I've never had that problem whatsoever, but I'm just saying, what if you did? What if you did? Would you throw away a woman for some bad box? It's so foggy out here I can barely see. Would you? I be thinking about that sometimes. Like, let me get you in this tub. Let's get some vinegar going on, baby. You know, you too fine. You seem like a good woman. How long you done had this stinking box? You know, do you have the issue of the walk away scent, or what do they call it? The sit down smell or whatever it is? I never heard of that stuff until these women start talking about it online. Like, what do you mean the after sit down wind? You know, like, what are y'all talking about? Like, they have so many different terminologies for stankin' box. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, after wind and stuff like that. What are you talking about? It's like a woman thing. It's like when they sit down in a chair too long, it's like a oven just starts baking yeast or something, and they be talking about all kind of, I don't know. We'll be talking about all kind of stuff, man. Yeah, I ain't even get into it, man. I ain't even get into it. But again, you guys, real quick before I go, if she has a bad attitude, more than likely her pussy stinks. You know what I'm saying? That walk by, yeah, the walk by air. Yeah, you know, dudes don't have that. When we're hearing this stuff, we're like, yo, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like the walk by air, the waft, I guess, after they get up, like it hits you like, you know what I'm saying? I've never, like Boozy would say, I have never, you know what I'm saying? I would never. I'm like, yo, what you women be talking about? You be listening to these women talk. You be like, yo, I'm good. I'm not obsessed with y'all like that no more. I'm good. These women be like, oh, the women's bathroom be smelling like, no, 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 no. I'm like, no, 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 no. We're not doing this. Y'all are just, y'all. They like some pretty demons, man. They be cutting corners and shit. I don't need a woman that cuts corners, man. I want a woman that wash her whole ass, like not like bird bathing in the sink. I want a woman that's in that tub, man. All this shit I keep finding out about women, there wouldn't be no sit down air or backdraft or walk by air if you're washing your ass. There just wouldn't be none. So there's got to be some non-ass washing going on. I'm getting my passport, man. You know what I mean? I already got it, but I'm getting up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I can't take this no more. All right? Women online complaining while they know their box stinks. It should be a crime. It should be a crime. You know what I'm saying? We need a sniff test. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. But if you online running your mouth and you like your breath stink, we already know what's going on downstairs anyway. We need a sniff test. I was playing. No, we can't do it. I'm just joking. Just joking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But yeah, you guys, again, smash the like button. I do want to know what you guys think about that. Fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. Even if it sounds crude. Do you think there's an epidemic of stankin' pussy out here right now? Like, I'm gonna be real, man. Like, you know, I don't think it's talked about enough. You know what I mean? There's been singers out here that guys have said their box stinks so bad. And these women look real pretty, right? And guys are talking about the box smell like they wipe back the front. You know what I'm saying? And then leave residue and just pull the drawers up and let it cook. Like, seriously, man. Seriously. I be thinking about that stuff sometimes. Probably a little bit too much. But again, smash the like button, go ahead and subscribe. I just can't understand why somebody would be so wicked. If they look kind of good online, why are you so wicked unless you know, you got the HIV, you know what I'm saying? Because it's spreading like crazy, or something similar to that, or the box stinks. Because I've heard black chicks, like, I've heard too many of them say this one line. I just got back from the gym. I've heard it so many times in videos, and I'm like, oh shit. That's a line that they're using because they know it stinks. Oh man, you know it stinks, so you got a line. You have an excuse already. You got an excuse at the ready. So when a doctor, gynecologist, all this stuff at the gym, none of what you said made any sense. Who goes to the gym, sweats their ass off, and then goes and spreads their legs for their doctor? Your box stinks and you know it. Y'all some dirty ass motherfuckers, boy. They be knowing it smell like trash. And that's the reason why they'll say stuff like, oh, these guys will do anything, because these guys are smashing these dirty ass chicks whose box is on fire. I would never. Let me mess around and get a hold to you and it stinks. I'm telling you about yourself. I'm telling you about yourself automatically. I'm covering my nose. I'm telling you about yourself, because that thing could be, you know, contagious just from you pulling it out the motherfucking panties. You know what I'm saying? It could be stanking for a reason. Normally when fish is bad, it smells bad. When fish goes bad, it smells bad. So, you know, you got some rotted fish going, you know, y'all that be walking around with stinking box, y'all are a detriment to society, man. Y'all are villains. Y'all are villains. You really are. You women that walk around with a stinking box and then you get online with your makeup and your outfits on, fooling dudes into thinking that you ain't got a trash box going on. You know what I'm saying? A whole dumpster. You want this nigga to go dumpster diving. I'm telling you, dude, it's bad out here. And if you ever hear a woman say something like, I just got back from the gym, or something along the lines like she didn't wash her butt, you know what I'm saying, prior to seeing you, you got two problems there. You got a pathological liar who knows that her box smells like trash. You know what I'm saying? Or, what's the other one? What's this over here? pathological liar. Oh, I can't even think of it at the moment. Whatever. It don't even matter. I've been here long enough. Again, smash the like button, you guys. You know, if you like the content, if I triggered you, drop a comment, go off, hit the algorithm. All right. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. You guys, gonna get back on here, dropping more content more often. Had to get my routines down. But with that being said, love and light. I'm your brother and I'm out. I appreciate you, cuz, for showing up.